Salutations. The Montreal Canadiens faced off tonight against the Detroit Red Wings, and they've faced them twice already this season, and they've beat them both times. Last time they faced off against them, they beat them 5-1, and the time before that, it was 4-3. You're going into this game, you're expecting Montreal to continue the tradition.
Centers, Berggren, in, shoot, in, drops it off, shot, goal, up, in, score! In, Dylan Larkin, short side, score!
What the hell was that?
But even after scoring 4 goals on Montreal, the game wasn't over, and there was an opportunity for a momentum shift late into the game.
I think it's going to hold up.
After video review is determined.
Can the Montreal Canadiens do it? Can they come back from being down 3-0 in the second period?
Find out on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Let's talk about it.
Here's Pirna.
So I really got a Simpsons reference and Dragon Ball Z reference in the intro. How many more references do I have to get from like some of my favorite media properties? There's a question for you. What's your favorite media property? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. Probably should get a Trailer Park Boys reference somewhere in this video. Before we get into the recap and I start showing some video of the game tonight, I just want to say thank you so much for the support that you showed on the last video. We're almost at 9,000 subscribers. That's incredible. Thank you so much for contributing to this amazing, positive, and motivating, motivating community. This channel has allowed me to work on myself a bit, I guess. And at this point, I really feel like I couldn't have made it this far without you. So thank you again so much. I can't say it enough. But we're going to start where we always start, and that is the lineup. One thing that I wanted to mention from the lineup tonight, so let's get to it. So we have Caulfield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky, Laine, Dach, Newhook, Anderson, Dvorak, Gallagher, Pezzetta, Evans, Armia. On defense, we have Hudson, Matheson, Guhle, Carrier, Xhekaj, Savard, and finally in net, Montembeault. I lied. There's actually 2 things that I wanted to mention about the lineup before we start going over gameplay. Pezzetta is back. Owen Beck has been sent back to Laval. I wonder what the strategy is. Was there any mention why Owen Beck was sent back to Laval? I felt like he was contributing more than Pezzetta, but Pezzetta played 4 minutes tonight, which is better than the 3 minutes he was playing before Beck came into the picture. Still, I'm completely confused. The other thing I wanted to talk about is Montembeault returning to the net tonight. There's still the controversy about whether or not they should share roles between Montembeault and Dobesh. It's all noise. They're doing the right thing. But sadly, I think tonight will add some fuel to the fire in the goaltender debate. So the puck drops in Detroit. The momentum is not favoring Montreal. You're feeling Detroit is really pouring it on. They don't want to lose this entire series against the Canadiens. And it doesn't take long for Bergevin to break the ice.
Trying to get around Hudson, and he does. Larkin, centers, Berggren, in, shoot, score! What a
This is another one of those sloppy from the corner to open ice along the slot plays that we have been seeing happen every once in a while with the Canadiens. Pretty sure there was one just last game. But at this point of the game, you feel like this is typical. They start slow and they gain some momentum. There's individuals actually saying, I hope that they get scored on first because they seem to win when they're behind. Unfortunately, essentially the entire first period, Detroit looks really strong. Montreal isn't waking up. They look very sleepy out there. And after killing off a slashing penalty that was handed to Kirby Dach, Alex DeBrincat makes it 2-0 for Detroit.
DeBrincat in front. 8 seconds left in the period. Raymond walks it in, drops it off, shot, goal!
This is one that I feel like is going to be picked apart by the Montembeault haters. He got tricked on this one. He sold very early and he went in the wrong direction. So that's going to do it for the first. It's going to be 2-0 Detroit. And the shots were 16-4 for Detroit. We start the second period. Mo Seider takes a 2-minute penalty for roughing on Jake Evans, and the Habs get on the power play. Hudson is lining up a shot. He must see a lane, but the shot gets deflected. It goes the other way, and Kopp is off to the races.
They get back. Andrew Kopp in, score!
Kopp doesn't make a mistake. It goes in. It's 3-0 for Detroit. Hudson probably feels really bad about this one. But then Montreal responds.
Stick as it's snapped early in the shift. Matheson walks it in, shoots. In and out of Talbot. Rebound. Dach side of the net. Poked it just wide. Wrap try, score.
Devo gets a goal. Or wait a minute, is it Dach? Yeah, this was awarded to Dach, but Devo is like nudging and pushing Dach's stick. So it was originally awarded to Devo. It became Dach's goal. But the celebration is short because Dylan Larkin is going to score on Montembeault here. And sad to say, this might be another one that the Montembeault haters will probably give him a little bit of grief.
Tarasenko, Larkin. Larkin walks it in. Dylan Larkin, short side, score!
Certainly Matheson removes himself from the play here, but Montembeault does not butt himself up well against the post. Larkin finds room and he puts it in. There was tons of room. With 9 minutes remaining in the second period, Kaiden Guhle is going to get set up and he's going to launch a seeing eye shot, beating Cam Talbot.
Up for Guhle. Guhle, race shot, score!
So it's 4-2. There's hope. And that's going to be the end of the second period. Shots are now 32 for Detroit, 16 for Montreal. If that tells you anything about how the game was being dominated by the Detroit Red Wings. Montreal is battling back. They're getting shots. They're putting shots towards the net. High danger shots, I don't know, but they're putting more shots towards the net. But Detroit goes the other way. They put one behind Montembeault, but immediately it's called off for goaltender interference. What's his face? McClellan doesn't like that. He's going to challenge the call from the refs. I couldn't believe it. This seemed like obvious goaltender interference. And sure enough,
It was determined that there was goaltender interference. There's no goal to play.
so this is huge. Montreal is going on a power play, a bench penalty. If they got a goal here, this would be like throwing it in their face. Nothing doing. The first line looked awful on the power play tonight. I mean, they looked funky the whole night. I hate to say it. We've been seeing some sloppy play. We've been seeing some sloppy defense, and we haven't seen especially strong offense either. Where was Suzuki this game? Where was Caulfield? Where was Laine? Where was Slav? They certainly shouldn't be relying on their lower lines for offense. So time is winding down. Lane Hudson takes a interference penalty on Veleno. They kill that penalty off. There's only a couple of minutes left. Montembeault gets pulled. The first line is not making any damage. The second line gets in there with Montembeault pulled. You start to see some shots get on net. Gallagher gets one in front for Newhook, but he can't get a good enough stick on it. So Martin St. Louis gives the first line another opportunity to take a crack at it. And Slavkovsky high stick Sherratt off the face-off. So they're now on a penalty kill with like a minute left. And that's how the game is going to end. It's going to be 4-2 Detroit. That's the final. But maybe a silver lining is they found their fight. They came back. I think in the end it was 45 shots for Detroit and 30 for Montreal. So they hit that benchmark of 30 shots. I think that's the line that they should be trying to reach every game. But that's the end of the story. And what else do I have to say? Montembeault played excellently, even though he let 4 in. What did he finish at? That's funny. 911 save percentage. Yeah, he should have called 911 because his team was not playing for him. You can only do so much. So to all the Montembeault haters, dude took basically 50 shots tonight. So he did leave a couple of bad ones in, but he took like 50 shots.
You know, my life's finally back together, so things are good, you know. I'm in the right direction.
That's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you again so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video. It helps me out with search results. Subscribe if you're not already a Whiskey Fiend. Oh, become a member. If you're interested in becoming a member, check it out. There's some cool perks. I've created some members only videos. They're not like crazy edited videos like these ones, but I think you'll enjoy them. So subscribe, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you down below in the comments.